We've been talking about it for a long time, really before I was president. As you know, the faculty for the School of Education are housed on the ground floor of the library, but they don't really have a home like other schools do. School of Business, for example, in Camp Hall, and the School of Nursing and Health Sciences in Daniel Hall. It's been a topic of conversation, and you probably know that the School of Education is the largest academic school in the college. I think we have somewhere well over 1,000 majors in teacher education here. So that's the largest academic school in the college. They really deserve to have a center that's not exclusively for them, but a place that really we identify with teacher education. We're probably 90% complete now with raising the $9 million for the music project. I've been able to focus some attention on other things, and the School of Education building was designated the next priority by the Board of Trustees. It's about a $2.25 million project. What we needed, though, was somebody to really step forward as the lead donor for this project. And I've reached out to several foundations and individuals. I had been talking with this particular donor for 5 years about a gift, and I hadn't really expected anything this quickly. And then really just after we got back from Thanksgiving, he and I talked again, and he says, come to see me, and let's talk about the things that the college needs and how we can help with that. And so he and his wife then gave me a check, I think on the day before graduation in December, for $1 million. Charles Sewell is a 1954 graduate of Piedmont College, and he had a very successful career in business. I think his initial interest was when he finished Piedmont, he wanted to become a classroom teacher and maybe a coach, at high school. But life intervened, and he started working for his father, and then developed this business that was one of the first industries in the country, in the United States, making plastic beverage bottles. The water bottles that we drink bottled water out of, the bottles that sodas, soft drinks come in, all of those things. His company was one of the first companies to produce those. He sold that company in, I think, the 1970s, and a few years later, then he started up another company. And it's huge. He's got 5 plants around the country now. His sons are running the business, although he goes to work every day. Mr. Sewell gave us a very nice gift almost 20 years ago, nowhere near the size of this one, but it was a very generous gift, and we named the organ. It's in the Piedmont College Chapel after him. So if you've seen references to the Sewell organ at Piedmont College, it's the same individual. The building, Neilsen Hall, is housing the music department right now while the conservatory is finished. And the conservatory project is slated to be completed, I think, on the 5th of November in 2019. And we hope by that time to have the rest of the funding for the education project. The building is already completed. We're just going to be gutting the interior. So we're not doing site work. We're not dealing with rain and things like that like we are with the music project. So the building should be finished in by the fall of 2020. We have classes in Daniel Hall that are not arts and sciences or nursing and health sciences. In Stewart Hall, sometimes they're education classes or business classes. So there are going to be some large classrooms in Neilsen Hall, and the School of Education, will have first priority at those. But if we need large classes for other subject areas, we can use those too. The one thing I like particularly about it, though, is if you know now, as you leave, say, Daniel Hall, and you want to go over to the Swanson Center, you have to sort of meander your way down across the quad and then down those steps between the library and Neilsen Hall. And the architectural plans for Neilsen have a big atrium cutting through the middle of the building, so you'll be able to go through Neilsen Hall, out the back door, and access the bridge then across the wetlands to Swanson Center. So I think it's going to be a really, really neat building. The interior design, outside won't change a lot, but the interior design is very contemporary and edgy, sort of like the interior of the student commons is. And I think that's going to be exciting to have a building that's kind of, I say, jazzy.